We've got all the edge around the J channel, and over here they call it an F channel. I think we're ready now for sealing pieces. Got Brian here in the background. He's helping us. Have Gary. You've met Gary on our channel several times. He's coming back here, be in a few minutes. And Zach, remember Zach? It's been a while since Zach's been on our channel. He's coming here. And we're gonna try to get a few sheets of this ceiling up today. Now we're only working in the scissored portion, so it's about 18 feet long. We're gonna do a single run, so there's no seams in the run. And then we'll worry about the rest of the ceiling another day. But hey, we're making progress.
You know, when you're doing a DIY type project like this, you're not familiar with this type of work. The first time you try a particular task, in this case the first sheet, always seems to be difficult. Once you get going, you learn some of the tricks. Until then, it's just brute force.
Let me try to pull it down here.
Okay?
All right.
Hey, it's working. All right. It's working. We are in.
All right. Now we got to slide back toward the house.
Okay. Well, I'll be doggone.
To the left, Brian. To the left.
One piece is up. You know, the first one is the hardest. At least that's what we'll tell ourselves.
Exactly.
And we're in.
You're in?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm ready. Okay, let her go. We'll have to let her down, Zach, for him to get in, right?
I don't think so. We just got to get them all in there and slide it. Good there?
That's good.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Gary. Okay, Christy, I think it's time to move us out. How about if we move to the other side and do 2 sheets over there?
Okay.
Got a little update on our scaffolding. We bought the outrigger kits. I mentioned that we had those coming. We actually bought 2 sets. Each outrigger kit comes with the yellow outriggers that you see here. It does not come with wheels, but you don't need the wheels. The wheels come with the upper scaffold, so you reuse those wheels. It also comes with the little black knobs there you see, and 8 pins. Well, one of our kits came with the little black knobs and 8 pins. The other one didn't have them. We only had 3 scaffolds here. We're actually going to borrow neighbor Jimmy's scaffold. You may have seen it in prior episodes. Last year I think we had it out. But with 3 scaffolds we were able to build this contraption. By tying these together, we could get at least 12 foot of our 18-foot run covered. The reason we're going to borrow neighbor Jimmy's is because as we get to the center of this scissored ceiling, this end is not going to be tall enough. It's perfect for these first 2 runs that you've seen we've already done. But we just took one of the ends off of this 3rd rack and attached it to the second one. We really like the modularity of this stuff. And hey, another Menards plug. No, we are not Menards sponsors, and we really have no loyalty. It just comes up all the time. On Black Friday, the last 3 or 4 years, they've sold these yellow scaffolds for $100 on Black Friday only. I'm thinking I may try to talk the finance committee into one more set. You know, in addition to being able to use them for scaffolding like this, you've seen in other episodes where we use them to store attachments and kind of double-decker attachments and yet have them movable. They work really well. It's supposed to support up to 1,000 pounds if it's well distributed. I could put a link to this on the Amazon store so you can see it, but I suspect it would be cheaper for you to buy it at your local big box store. Like I say, Black Friday at Menards, $100. Typically $200 at Menards. They have them at Harbor Freight. probably every other big box store. They're all the same, only some of them are blue. If you have any questions about it, let us know. We'll try to answer.
Okay, so this is probably a bit unconventional. How many times have you seen people start the ceiling on both sides and work their way to the middle? We evaluated several options to deal with the center peak. Someone suggested that we just start at one side and just keep going and let the siding itself bend at the center peak. A variation of that approach was to put short 2x4s right across the peak to allow it to be two bends about 2 or 3 feet apart right there in the peak. These were attractive ideas to me. Then Brian proposed that we put 2 pieces of J-channel right up in the peak, one headed each direction. With that approach, we could start at both sides and work our way to the middle. This idea won the day when I realized that we'd be able to blow most of the insulation in to that tight space without attempting to climb in there from the top.
We're making a lot of progress on the ceiling here today. Right now, Brian's working on some electrical. We're going to put an outlet right here in the ceiling, and then the big orange wire is for the big surprise that's coming. Tell you what, folks, we will send a pair of IsoTunes audio earbuds of your choice. That would be the Extra, the Pro, I think maybe even the Free, the new ones. But we'll send a pair of those IsoTunes noise isolating earbuds to the first person who correctly guesses what our big surprise here is going to be. Put your guess in the comments section below. Okay, stop feeding. So I've got 2 sections of it done. Going to do another section now. Guys, I have the easy end of the job. I mean, yeah, it looks like with these glasses and this mask and everything, it's really nasty, but it's so pleasant up here. They're loading the machine down there, and that's where the difficulty is. This white insulation that we use, it's, well, I don't know, it's kind of like cotton. I mean, it's fiberglass, but it doesn't have any of that itchy aspect of fiberglass insulation that you would expect, and I don't know how to describe it to you exactly if you haven't used it. But it is really nice and just does a fabulous job insulating. This is a pleasant operation. You know, several years ago we did this in our Carmel house, and at that point I was volunteering to take the, you know, what I thought was the nasty job up in the attic, and turned out to be the easy job. Well, once is okay, but you would think for a subsequent time that she would have got smarter and said, no, I want the attic job. But no, she and Brian volunteered for the on-the-ground job of trying to stuff those bags in the machine. I'll show you that machine. So there's what the bag looks like as they stuff it in there. There's a couple of bars that go across that prevent the bag from going in their hole. See how pleasant it is up here? I don't know if you can tell, but there's just no dust, no muss, no fuss. It's even relatively quiet. When it gets closer here, I can make it more like a snowfall. Check this out. Be sure not to tell Christy how much fun I'm having. How did I get this into the deal? Isn't this great? Yes, I'm supposed to have a mask on and I'm supposed to have safety glasses on. I've got both here with me, but I just don't need them. It's so clean and nice. We'll see how they're getting along. How are you guys doing down there?
We're trying to find something to make our job better.
Yeah, this job's really tough up here too, so, I mean, I know I'm taking the tough end of the deal, giving you the easy part.
No, you're not. You owe me big time, buddy. And Brian.
Hey, this does look like an interesting idea. What do you have on the far end, a ladder?
Yeah.
Now, when I start, it's 15 foot down there. I didn't think I'd be able to squirt it that far. I didn't think it'd blow down that far and I wouldn't be able to control it, but I really had no problem. I just have to turn the hose like that to make it work. Okay, I think the glasses are optional, but I think the mask is a help. I noticed just in that's the first time I've ran any without the mask. And even though I don't notice any dust, I got just a little choke in my throat, but I'm not having any issue with the glasses. Okay, what do you think? Is that going to work?
I don't know. We're going to find out. Or I'll have to adjust it.
So the idea is not to put a whole lot in at a time, just rake it out with your fingers.
One bag's supposed to cover 50 square feet at R38 and 38 or so square feet at R49. I kind of wanted it halfway in between those.
Okay, stop! This is the last section up here. I have to make sure that I don't shoot it over this edge over here. Otherwise I'll just be wasting it on the floor. I didn't put one of those vents in this section. I don't really know if I needed it in every section or if just most of them was okay. Truth is, I miscounted when I went to Menards. In my head, I didn't know whether I had 4 sections or 5. So I bought enough for 4, but I have 5. Whoops, I'm shooting it over the edge. I suspect you get better insulation value doing it this way, but I don't have enough ceiling space to do it with this approach for all of it. Okay, hold up, Christy. Okay, that's half of it.
Oh, look at there. He's loading us up.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Looks to me like they've got it figured out now. Don't forget to comment below with your guess on what our big surprise is going to be right here in the shed. First correct answer gets their choice of ISO-Tunes Audio Bluetooth hearing protection.
There we go. It's not perfectly even. It looks nasty with using the light as a shadow. It's not that bad. You looking for workman's comp or something?
Yeah, I think I got all that stuff stuffed down in my throat.
Even with a mask.
Yeah.
Christy, this has been a busy week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've worked on the ceiling all week. Actually, we started Monday with some of the prep work, just getting ready and then get stuff moved out of this end of the shed. But we have the ceiling installed on this end where the scissor trusses are. We got the insulation in.
Yay.
Got one more electric outlet to put up, to finish up in the right above us. And other than that, this particular end of the ceiling is done.
I'm staying in this end because it'll be warmer, right?
Well, I would like to think it would be, but I'm afraid given that there's no ceiling in the rest of the building nor no insulation, that it's probably not going to be that great.
Hurry up.
Yeah, exactly. We've been trying to hurry up. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.